Yes, we're here from the Mac and back to a new Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy Chill stream. And we are back with some Crash 2 on the Insane Trilogy. I'm doing Crash 2 for the first time on the PS5. So we are continuing by which we did a lot of in the last one, I would say. Yeah. By doing a new game all the way to Warp Room, finishing Warp Room 3. This level, especially this level especially will always remain when it comes to when I was little, that it used to scare me. And you know why? Because of the bays. Yeah, I would always had to let my dad do this level for me, because I was always scared of the bays and Crash welling up. When I was little, I used to be scared of that. I love this technique here. Spin the bays back to the Bayhive, and you get some extra men. Like, that's just so clever. So clever. Yeah, how's everybody doing today? Am I there? Okay, I kind of messed up there. I was trying to take a bite of this cookie, and I messed up. Dang it! You gotta, like, slide to the Bayhive. I'll just stick to there. 94. Why not? I mean, is that extra man worth trying to get? Yeah, is that extra man even trying to be worth trying to get, because it's in front of the like literally in the middle of the nitro crates. I don't know if that would be really worth trying to get. That's just me, though. Which I'm gonna have to get those crates again anyway, because you know how I normally get the purple gem. I get to the purple gem, and then I just fall down. Just makes it easier for us. That was a fail. I really haven't seen anybody do any speed runs when it comes to the new SpongeBob game yet. Yeah, I'm quite surprised I haven't seen anybody, at least that I know, that I've seen do speed runs. I'm surprised they haven't done the new SpongeBob game yet. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how people are going to speedrun this game, and how fast they can manage to get to the end of the game. Like, that's just going to be really cool. I'm very looking forward to seeing what people will do when it comes to getting to the end Because there are some really crazy runs when it comes to the cosmic sake, and especially Battle for Bikini Bottom, for sure. So yeah, Titans of the Tide, I'm definitely excited to see how it's gonna go. When it comes to speedrun. Again, that's what I used to be scared of. Crust swelling up like that. I may have gotten stung by a bee before, but I don't ever remember. I don't recall. Definitely don't think I got stung by a wasp before. Of course, bees won't sting you unless you mess with them, of course. Right. So there's a difference. So there's a difference there. Now, as for wasp, of course, it would sting this stupid fly that was flying in front of my face that caused me to fall there. But yeah. Wasp, on the other hand, yeah, nuh-uh. Like, they would, I don't want to, I try my best not to get near them, no matter what. Now, of course, obviously bees are important, right? Because they make honey, right? They make honey. Do the nectar to make honey. But I always don't know why there are wasps, right? Why wasps are created. I asked that kind of with a lot of different creatures, right? Why did a lot of these different insects and stuff have to be created? Like, cockroaches. Oh, Lord. I certainly want to know why with cockroaches. Like, I hate them so much. They gross me out. Like I want to gag or something. If I say one. I know I just got this Aku, but we're going to be wasting it either way when we get the gem over here. Because when I get the gem, we're going to fall down so we can go back to the normal path. But yeah, cockroaches, I don't know why. There's really no point with cockroaches. Unlike bees or stuff like that. That's definitely just me, probably, though. Yeah, that's probably just me, for sure. Definitely just me. I mean, it'd be good if that's not just me, though, of course. I'm always happy to hear if it's not just me when it comes to certain things. again, bays won't hurt you unless you mess with them, unless if it's like bays from Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, right? Because if you remember on the first Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, Pooh, when Pooh managed to take out all those guys that came into that, were in that truck that rescued the last two female characters, right? When they were trying to warn those guys about Pooh. And yeah, they got taken out one by one. And one of the guys got taken out by bays that Pooh summoned. Like, yeah. Those are certainly some kind of bays I certainly would not want to mess with. Ones that are from Pooh. From Winnie the Pooh. On Blood and Honey. Certainly not. Surprised on the second movie he didn't summon any bays. Because again, I've watched the second one so many times. Past 3, maybe even 5 times of watching the movie. Like, yeah, I've rewatched it a lot of times, the second one especially. Just because of how much better it is than the first one. Especially for the budget. When it came to the budget. I am still very curious to see when we are going to be seeing our first look at Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 3. Since it has been quite a bit since it's been first announced, right? And when it will come out. When will it come out? Because again, we still have Pinocchio Unstrung that is yet to release too, and the Poohniverse movie as well. Which I'm pretty sure I saw something that said that it is now, or it was delayed to next year, the whole Poohniverse movie. I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be this year, but obviously this year is about over. So, but yeah, it was at least originally planned for this year. And I'm pretty sure Pinocchio Unstrung as well got moved to next year as well. So, it only depends though, like, if we'll see Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 3 before or after the Poohniverse movie. It only depends. I feel like we may see it after the Poohniverse movie, but who knows, we could see it after or before. It really just depends when it comes to, where it is in development and stuff. Right? It especially just depends when it comes to where it is in development. You know what came on the other night? Christmas Vacation on TV. I just love that movie. Christmas Vacation is definitely up there. The Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Definitely one of my absolute favorite Christmas movies. Excuse me. Man, those just came out of I swear, they just come out of nowhere sometimes. A lot of the times. But yeah, came on TV the other night. And yeah, I just definitely up there of my favorite Christmas movies. Along with, obviously, Elf, with Will Ferrell. And Home Alone, of course. And the Santa Claus movies with Tim Allen as well. And of course, Polar Express. Yeah, I do like Polar Express. No. I'll come back for that hidden gem. Well, should I? No, I think I'll go and get it. Yeah, I'll go and get it. We'll do like I did before. What I usually do. I'll do what I usually do. That's waste a whole lot of extra men. Oh, good gravy. Excuse me. And here's what I normally do. I just keep doing this until I get 2 Aku Akus. Just so I can have a 3rd Aku Aku when we get the Aku Aku in the death route. I know we're using a lot of extra men, but hey. I just like to try to get everything in one go. That I can. Get what I can in one go. So yeah, just wait until we get the next Aku Aku. Once we have 2, the glowing one. There we go. And as long as I can keep Aku Aku, like this Aku Aku, to where before, then we'll be good. So, just so I can breeze to the end, right? And then, now go back. Just don't fall into any pets or anything, and we'll be good. I mean, hey, it's fine that we... Now. Right, it's fine now. Just because we made it back to the death route. And I do like that the death route music still plays here. Yeah, the death route music is still playing. I just find that pretty funny. Until we, I think, get the checkpoint, then... No. I don't remember when it goes... You know, it realizes that, oh yeah, you're not in the death route anymore. Right, you're in the... There we go. Now it realizes. It's just pretty funny that it just does that in the game. It's like, oh wait, you're not in the death route anymore. Okay, just change back to the normal music. And I also don't think that extra man behind those nitros is worth it too. Even if you do have an Aku Aku, I just don't think it's worth it. I just don't think it's worth trying to get. There we go. Again, I always like doing that whole strategy when it comes to into Death's Route. Just so I can make sure I get both gems in the first go in the level. Right? Without having to go back to get one of the other gems. It just makes it a bit better. Just makes it a bit better, a bit easier for for us. It's Aku right here, though. No problem. Right, no big deal. No big deal. Now, the whole extra man in this part right here, I don't even know if it's worth it as well, because you would have to bounce, somehow get on the bounce on here, and somehow get up all the way up there. Like, I just don't think it's even worth trying to get up to that whole upper part. Right, I just don't think it's worth trying to get up to that upper part to get those just for 2 extra men. I just don't really see it being worth trying to do there. I want to try to get rid of as many of these as I can, just so I won't accidentally walk into them when we backtrack. Because, Lord, you know that's going to happen. Now we have to head back. Go back on ourselves. Really, the only thing we have to worry about is the bays. But, again, I wanted to get rid of those. Get rid of those piranhas. Which, not piranhas, but get rid of those enemies. Dadgummit. It's fine, though. And again, we got the nitros destroyed too, so that's another thing we don't have to worry about. There we go. And again, in this level, thankfully there's just one bay, unlike on Bay Haven, where there's swarms of bays. Yeah, because behaving, obviously, y'all saw the amount of bays that were in that level. Thankfully, we got a checkpoint. And before we use the secret exit, we're, of course, going to get the gem. Before we do the secret exit. Now we can go and take that secret exit. Road to Ruin, we'll be able to complete with the gem. We'll be able to get the crates this time. We'll wait for the next round. Or for the next one. There we go. Yeah, even if we got the crates from the bonus stage the first time around, we would have still had 32 crates missing. Just from that whole area alone. Right, just from that whole area alone, we would have had 32 crates missing. Even if we got all the crates here and the ones in the bonus stage, we would have still been 32 short. This is some kind of bonus stage right here. I can certainly say. This is certainly some kind of bonus stage. Hit that. Hit that. Hit that. Again, like, some kind of bonus stage for sure. Like, certainly some kind of bonus stage. Slide under that monkey, which has the same thing as Engine over his eye. There we go. Hanging out. Oh, hanging out. Definitely some kind of level for sure. It's definitely something. Especially when it comes to doing the relic. And again, these whole monkey bars part, which is definitely really not good when it comes to the whole relics as well. Yeah, look. Haha. No need for the monkey bars. Because we had invisibility. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. That's how you do it. Just imagine doing that in the relic, though. How great that would be. Just think of how great that would be for the relic. That would have a whole lot of time saved. Without having to go on those monkey bars and having to worry about the enemies in your way. Which you still can technically do that if you do, like, take a hit. If you do take a hit, though. But I would still prefer doing the whole 3 Aku Akus. I definitely still preferred taking the 3 Akus instead. Get gem. And we'll take this, yet the secret exit. So we can unlock Totally Fly. The last hidden level. Secret warp room level. As well. We'll go ahead and do that. Well, we'll have to do Engine first, won't we? Pretty sure we might have to do Engine first. Maybe not. If we don't have to do Engine first, then yeah, we'll do Totally Fly. Then we'll do Engine before we go to Warp Room 5. Yeah, this part can kind of be tricky too. This part can definitely be something. Of course, right at the end part, I died. Of course. There we go. Got it that time. So let's see. Can I be able to do Totally Fly without doing Engine first?
Crash, I have discovered that the opposition is being masterminded by Dr. Nitrous Brio, the inventor of the Evolvo Ray.
I always do forget, though, if I could be able to do it before doing. I mean, we have done Totally Bear before doing Tiny. I've done before, so.
Be on your guard, Crash. Deliver the crystals to Engine.
Yeah. We can do Totally Fly. Go ahead and do Totally Fly. before we do engine. Yeah, it's playing as Coco since I haven't done it yet. I thought, why not we do some levels as Coco? Of course, we're gonna have to switch back to Crash when we do Engine and Cortex, of course. Because on the Insane Trilogy, Coco can't do any of the bosses until Crash 4. That was interesting. All I can say. And again, I always make sure to not get the Firefly until after I get these crates. You're really just gonna have to guess most of the time where those crates are. Yeah, you're really just gonna have to guess. It's all about guessing. There we go. I'll go ahead and switch back to Crash. Nope. I don't know why I was not, for some reason, not doing the button when I knew what I had to do there. Yeah, let's go ahead and do Engine. Engine. Yeah, the SpongeBob Titans of the Tide trophy was definitely something. Platinum trophy was definitely something. Especially that whole last trophy that I had to do. Lord, that last trophy I had to do before getting platinum, the platinum trophy and 100%. Like, Lord, it was nightmare. That whole what you're having to do. Like, pure nightmare. Yeah, it's just how this fight is using Wumpa Fruit as the weapons. Like, yeah, Engine really made his mech here, his machine, very weak, especially considering that you could just throw Wumpa Fruit to this damage it. I mean, he definitely improves when it comes to the third and especially the fourth game, though. Got him. Take that in, Jen. But we're gonna have to switch back to Crash again, either way, when it comes to jetpack levels. Yeah. So we might as well just go ahead and do those 2 levels before we do the other ones that I can do as Coco.
I will not ask you again to bring me the crystals. Obtain the remaining 5 crystals, Crash, and bring them to me.
So yeah, I can just switch to Crash, so we can do the 2 rocket levels first. And we can also go ahead and do the relics for days too, because there's no need for the spacesuits for these levels. Just like the whole polar levels. I really do hope that one day these jetpack levels can return. I don't know why, I've always been a fan of these jetpack levels. And I do hope that one day the plane levels and the underwater levels from Warp will also return as well. And of motorcycle levels too. I hope that one day they can return. Either Crash 5 or some other Crash game. Yeah, that was kind of my fault there. You gotta be careful not to get too close to it. To the lab assistant. Gotta be careful when going towards that lab assistant. Like, I still think that that extra man is also necessary, and really any of the ones that's surrounded by nitro. I guess that's all I can say. Ones that are surrounded by nitro. Yeah, any of them surrounded by nitro. I just feel like it's not even worth trying to get them. Especially when you don't have an Aquaku. But either way, even if you have an Aquaku, I still don't really think it's worth trying to get. Go ahead and do the relic here before we go to pack attack. You can either get that one or just wait until the end when you detonate the nitros to get that one that was surrounded by the nitros. Attack, attack. I don't know what's really the point of that iron crate right there. This metal crate right here. I always wondered that since I was a kid. Like, what is the point of having that metal crate right there at the beginning? Just for it to be there. I always wondered if there was something that was going to be used there or what. Again, ever since I was a kid, I've always wondered that. Yeah, watch out for this. These nitros that's in the shape of a cross. You better watch out for. Once again, we'll go ahead and do the relic. How did I get 99 extra man? Y'all saw that I had 98 when I left the level, right? And 99 Wumpa Fruit. And I now have 99 extra men. How is that? I didn't collect any Wumpa Fruit. Or I didn't collect the Wumpa Fruit when I left the level. So, I'm not sure how I managed to get a Wumpa Fruit when I got to the warp room. I just noticed that, though. Like, I don't know how I managed to get it to that. Yeah, I don't know how. It was just very strange. Wait for this guy. I know you really shouldn't be waiting for those lab assistants, though. Like, you just need to breeze on through with them. But it could be just so risky. And I can take a hit here if I wanted to, because I have an Aku Aku. Here we go. Again, might as well just went ahead and got those two out of the way. Those two relics as well, since you didn't need speed shoes. Now we can go and do the other levels as Coco. But ain't this one? Yeah, this is the one with the colored gem path. So I won't need to get these yet. So we'll be getting back to the start of the level again anyway. For what I'll do once we get the gem at the end of the path. And really don't need these extra men because there's no way to be able to get past 99 extra men in 2 and 3. Unlike on the first game on the Insane Trilogy. Get the gem, and then we'll do a little something like this. And now we can get back to the start of the level and go and get the crates. Surprise Coco's hair, how part of it seems like it would reach the nitro, doesn't like activate the nitro there. I am quite surprised about that. There you go. It's all good there. Managed to take a little hit there. There you go. Night bite. I got a certain little strategy also in this level too that we'll be doing when it comes to the death route. That obviously y'all have been seeing me do a lot of times now. We're not going to go through the whole death route. We're just going to get up to where the gem is. Same enemy, but in a different place. Same enemy, but in a different place. Now we can do that. Now we can go towards in the normal path. And of course there's 2 crates in where the death route was, but I got a certain way I usually do in order to get those 2 crates. Surprised I didn't even get that firefly when I jumped. And here's where the death route would have ended. But if I go through where the death route would have ended, and there you go. Just get those 2 crates. Just like that. It's just as simple as that. Of course, that's not as simple as that. Yeah, that's not as simple as that there, but what can you do? What can you do about it? Right? What can you do about it? Then the last crystal and the last 2 gems that we need. And of course this has a death route. managed to do pretty good sliding over those enemies like that. Even with me having an Aquaku. We'll have to be coming back for that death route since, you know, there's crates in there. This time around. That there's... Which I have no choice but to go in there last. We have to get to the end of the level first. Wow, that was smart. That was great. Again, thankfully death routes don't count. I know I say that a lot, but I'm just glad that they don't count. So the death route will still be there as long as I don't die outside the death route. Which I'm sure... I have no question there. I seriously just don't have no question there. That Nitro just decided to jump very high. That's better. Again, I'm going to make sure I get rid of the enemies that I can. Especially since we're going to have to go backwards, and you know how scary that can be. Okay, so now we have to go back on ourselves. Back to the death route. Yeah, we have to now go all the way back to the death route. Thankfully it's just over here though. And now I can't die until I get to the a checkpoint in the death route. Yeah, now we gotta not die before we get to the checkpoint in the death route. So that means we can't have these nitros be hopping very, very high, like in the death or the bonus stage. How it did in the bonus stage. Here we go. It's definitely best to get that one first. And then. Really? Because I wouldn't even think you would need, especially that one. Some of these I feel like you could it's just, that's actually pretty funny that I managed to still get hit by that. Like, that's actually pretty funny there. Same thing happened before. Same thing happened like before. Like, what in the world? What in the world? What? Excuse me, what? What crates are you telling me that I missed? No, seriously, what crates did you tell me that I missed? Seriously. We'll be doing Cortex first, then we'll go back into there and figure out what crates were missed, and then we'll do the relics.
And I have you, Crash Bandicoot, to thank for it. Engine, what's happening? What's that? Is she stealing our signal?
Crash, Cortex isn't gonna use the crystals to contain the planet's energy. He's gonna harness the force and use it to power the super Cortex vortex he's built on his space station. One blast and the ray will cover the entire world, turning everyone into Cortex's mindless slaves. Crash, don't let him have those crystals!
Engine, you fool! She's telling him everything! Yes, we're back now. Pardon the, interruption. Crash, bring me crystals!
Alright, Cortex, let's go. This fight is definitely something. I mean, I feel like, even to this day, I still feel like the boss fight with Cortex and Crash 2 definitely could have been a bit better. I'm just saying. Because compared to Crash 1, 2, and 4 especially, they were definitely a lot better. I definitely just feel like Crash 2 definitely probably should have had Cortex's fight to be a bit better. Just how simple it is. It's so easy. So easy to do.
Crash, what do you suppose happened to Cortex? Or what about the Cortex vortex? It's still up there.
And Crash just being dragged away by the crab, though. Alright, now that Cortex is dealt with, we can now go back and see what I'm missing when it came to pistoning it away. Because, yeah, where was the 3 crates that I missed? I doubt it was in the was it? I don't think it was the bonus stage. And yeah, now we can be able to use the speed suits as well. We're able to use the speed suits here. And I doubt it was not in the death route. I don't think it was in the death route. Well, that sucks. Now we gotta leave the level and get back in, because since we died there before we got to the death route will be locked. Because, you know, the death route will only stay open until you get to the death route. Okay, that's something too. So yeah, let's just see. Again, I don't feel like I missed anything here. You know, I think it was days. Now that I think about it, I don't think I even went back. If you go back to the bonus stage part where I first did the bonus stage, if you go back and look at the crate count, maybe I did miss those crates. Maybe I didn't even notice that I missed those crates, or that I didn't even get them, because that's really the only explanation that I have. Really? Second time? We may just save the relics for the next pre-stream. For next time. I might just do that. Yeah, I might just do that. Yeah, we'll just do that. I feel like we'll just do that. Just save the relics. The rest of the relics, at least. For the next one. So yeah, let's just see. Let's just see if I was right about that whole thing. So obviously there was none there. So let's just wait and let's just find out. Yeah, let's just find out, I guess. If those were the 3 crates that I somehow missed and may have not have noticed, even though it was right in front of me. Just wait. There we go. That's more like it. I guess it might have been those 3 crates in the bonus stage. I just somehow did not even notice I didn't get them.
You have acquired all of the gems. Incredible. Crystals are not the only means of harnessing planetary energy. gems have that ability as well. And with them, I can destroy the Cortex Vortex forever. Let me walk you to my completed laser installation.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and play this scene to end this pre-stream here. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. I'd like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have all notifications turned on so you see anything new. And yeah, in the next one we'll go and get the relics. We'll save the relics for its own. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. Catch you on the next one.
Honest?